All right, we got the Call of Duty Vanguard Grand Finals for HSEL Nationals. My name's David. I'm a success agent for High School Esports League, and I'm here with Peyton. Peyton, what's up?
How you doing, David? My name's Peyton. I am the part of the business development department of the High School Esports League, and we're here to cast the Crestwood Chargers and the Gainesville. What is their mascot, David?
I don't know.
That's okay.
We got some cool rematches coming up. These teams have history. They did face each other in the Spring Major playoffs, and Gainesville actually had the upper hand here. So let's see what we got coming up. All right, we are starting with Tuscan, and we are starting with hardpoint, I think.
Yes, this is CDL hardpoint. So it looks like we are going into, the Crestwood point of view here. But what's going to happen is they're going to push into courtyard, and P1 is over on courtyard. And one really good strategy to look forward here, David, is who is going to be on the flank. Who is coming on the flank to come around and flank Crestwood on the backside.
All right, and I'm going to call him Curry. We got Curry coming in to P1, already good position set up. And we got Bravo team. They're looking to hit the flank. We got one flanker right now. He gets brought down. 2 on the point still. All right. Bravo team coming in hot. Trying to get those kills on the backside. Peyton, what are you looking for here when you're trying to attack a position that's being held by your opposing team?
Once again, I'm going to bring up the flanking route, right? So, you have to have one guy on flank and an organized push between the rest of the team. It's very, very important that everyone pushes at the same time. And it looks like Crestwood got 3 down there. Damon and Merck, good push, working together. They didn't quite make it to the point, but that is because the Charger on the front end of the point was pushing through the hard point. If you're attacking the hard point as well, if you're defending the hard point, you do want one individual pushing up, pushing forward to seal off any potential attackers coming through when you have hard point control.
Awesome. All right. And then just for clarification, our Alpha team, that is Gainesville, and our Bravo team, that is Crestwood. So we got Crestwood in the red, we got Gainesville in the blue. Currently, we're set up on P2, and we got Mount Sniper. He was about to tear off there, but it gets shut down. And we're back over to Shooter. He's looking to get some of this point. Gets stunned real quick. He's held up in this backside of the car.
And Shooter right here, it's very, very important that Shooter plays his life. He does not have support. So waiting for that, and there goes Shooter. He drops just like that. Crestwood taking him down very, very quickly. But it was very important that Shooter and Sniper here. So he has no support. You cannot keep pushing. Your flanking member of your team has not made it there yet. Now he's there, and you can make an organized push to the hard point.
All right, and Rice Curry, you saw he was taking that top ground. Now, one key strategy for hard point. This point rotates, so we have 5 points around the map. Now, it's obviously important to hold the points. That's how you win. But what do you do in anticipation for the next point when that rotation comes around?
Yes, of course, and I think that Crestwood picked up on this really, really quickly. Like you said, Crestwood's in the red, so they picked up and rotated all the way back to Fountain or Point 3, as quickly as possible and set up behind what they call the God Heady, which is the little wall right back there in the back of the map to set up a nice little play to, stop any oncoming attackers to break the point. Crestwood's got a really, really good setup going right now. You can see there's 4 people all pushing at one synchronized time. They're counting it out. Boom, there goes the push. They got 1 down, but that's okay. They went all the way through the map, pushed together, and broke through the hard point perfectly. Looks like, and Merck cleans up that last kill for his team. So looking really good so far is Crestwood, and quite frankly, Gainesville's been putting up a great fight and a great hold. They have been winning the rotations. Part of it is off of spawn, but part of it's also off of just good heads-up play.
Yeah, and you can see Gainesville there on that church, hardpoint number 4. They were already set up. They were happy to let Crestwood take those last remaining points off of P3 just to have the good setup at the church. But you do have Crestwood just infiltrating in there, not putting up the best defense by Gainesville. But when you're looking to attack the church, there are a few key points you want to look at. And here you can see Bell holding this high ground. Gets wiped out. That's a beautiful play from Curry. And then throws that nice flash to hold up Crestwood. And he's just popping off. He's 16-7 on a 5 streak. Crestwood's doing awesome, but they need to figure out a way to shut down Rice Curry, just like that, as you saw there. Awesome. That was an awesome play. We're sitting at 104-70 in favor of Gainesville, and there's no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, definitely. And right now we're on the rotation all the way back to P5. Where this is called maps. Some people call this house. It depends on who you're playing with at the time. But this is this is one of the money hills. This one and Fountain Point 3 are big money hills here. If you can anchor down a lot of points on this hill and then catch the rotation all the way back to Courtyard 1, P1, you're going to be set up for success. So if Gainesville can set something up here, a nice little push together, break through, get 20 or so points on this hill, and then beat Crestwood over to the point 1 or Courtyard point, then they can rack up some really good points here. And being in the lead, they're sitting pretty comfortably.
They're sitting comfortably indeed. And I just want to point out, Rice Curry, 19 and 10. If you look at the KD ratios over for Crestwood, it's not looking as good. Merck is pulling up those kills death ratios at 14 and 8, but their time on the point increasing. So what's a good way, Peyton, that you would say to make sure you're balancing time on point, so you're getting those necessary points to win, but also making sure that you're keeping your opponents off the point and off those flank routes?
Yeah, one of the best strategies, and it's kind of funny because we can equate this to Rocket League in a similar rotation setup, right? So you're going to have a couple guys go to point, and the first one or two guys that are there are going to go ahead and push on through the point and set up a crossfire lane or set up some sort of a wall that the opposing team has to break through first before they even get close to the point itself. While those two guys are pushed forward, the other two on your team who are directly behind you or close to are going to grab time on the point and anchor down some flanking routes, anchor down a couple different, just headies to make sure that they're playing their life, getting their time, while your buddies are up front slaying as the other team or the opposing team comes off spawn.
Excellent. And that was a great shot from Damon, as you can see, hitting that long angle. These kids, they play Call of Duty. It runs through their blood. So all of these little cheeky angles, they know these rotations. So you can be assured that they're anticipating all of what we're talking about. This is a fast-paced game, so the anticipation is so key in how you're anticipating your opponent to rotate, and then also knowing where the hard point's going to be as we move on into Pillar, which is P2. And then also a big deal with hardpoint is making sure that you get the good spawn. So Peyton, what do I mean by that?
The good spawn is going to be, the one that is closest to the current point that you are trying to protect. So right now we're at Pillar. So your spawn is going to be more towards the front side of Church, outside of a road there, down by the trucks. That is one spawn point. So a rotation that is crucial, and a strategy to guarantee that rotation is to make an individual of the map move to the farthest, individual of your team to move to the farthest point of the map in order to guarantee that spawn, which is closest to the next point that you're about to capture. And I want to point out, David, we did see a lead change for the first time in this game, and it looks like Crestwood has won the rotation over to P3, which is a money hill, as well as they're picking up slays. It looks like their time on points going up, and they're playing really, really well right now. But this is the first lead change that we have seen this game.
Yeah, I would see Damon hit a killing spree, 5 kills in a row, and then if you look at the KD that I pointed out earlier, now Crestwood is all sitting at least even or positive. So as you can see over with Gainesville, you have Battle Pants, who has a great time on the hill, but sitting at 9 and 18. So Battle Pants has got to figure out a way to start actually winning those one-on-ones, winning those gunfights. They did get that P3 point, but Merck is just sitting in the back, just absolutely tearing it up. Gets shut down. Good job, Battle Pants. Way to keep that hill. And then Damon, as you can see here, just waiting, doing the exact same thing that actually Gainesville did to them on the first rotation to this new point. They're setting up at Church. They're getting ready to lock it down.
And I want to point something out here, David. They broke through that hill, and I say they is in Gainesville. They broke through the P3 hill with only 10 seconds left on point. Woo! That is going to be a mistake. That is going to be something that they're going to pay for because Crestwood's already rotated. Crestwood's already on to the next point. They're already thinking about how they're going to set up and hold this next hard point, and that's why you see the difference in points here. Crestwood, oh gosh, Damon taking out his own teammate. He's frying so hard. He's shooting his own team. But that was a big mistake on Gainesville's part, in my opinion. So.
And Damon was on a 13 streak. We won't include the teammate in that streak, but 31 and 18. And then I want to point out over on the Gainesville side, Rice Curry, popped off in the beginning, cooled down here, 29 and 26. Not so much time on the hill, but just trying to play that role of the Slayer to keep people off.
Early rotation's going to win it here, David. We got 3 points.
We got 3 points left. We got 3 points left. Currently, Gainesville is holding. They have to hold as hard as they can to make sure that Crestwood doesn't even get a single foot on this point. They don't even want him to see this point right now.
They are going to have to play what all CDL players call perfect hard point from here on out. You're going to have to win your gunfights. You're going to have to win your rotations. You're going to have to win that spawn, getting the good spawn that we talked about earlier. All of those things have to come into play right now for Gainesville. This game's going to slip out of hand very quickly.
2 points, and then we can see all those Crestwood players coming up. Trophy systems down. 1 Crestwood player in. 2 in. Loses the gunfight. And it loses another gunfight, and that will be map 1. Crestwood takes the advantage.
I mean, honestly, Gainesville made one heck of a push right off the bat, right? They started off hot. I think it was like 125 or 130 to 80 at one point, right? And Crestwood was, just diligent the whole time, breaking into points, playing disciplined Call of Duty, winning those hard points, like we talked about. All those things Crestwood put together to gain the victory.
Big key here, the objective kills. Look at Bello, 13 objective kills. All right, look at where we're heading now.
We're heading to the cage, David.
We're heading to the cage.
We're heading to the cage for our search and destroy match against, once again, Crestwood and Gainesville. The whole match is going to be a best of 7. Crestwood and Gainesville are going at it here. They're meeting in the cage. This is going to be a good map, guys. This is going to be a really good game. Search and destroy is usually considered a swing game, something in which you can gain a lot of momentum if you pick up a win here. So be looking for Gainesville to play a little bit aggressive. Be looking for them to also play their life in specific situations because they need a win here. They need a win on search and destroy.
Absolutely. I know personally, my hands always start sweating when I see search and destroy come up on my screen. For those of you who don't know, search and destroy, round-based, you get 1 life per round. If you die, you're out for the round. So it is vital that these teams are communicating with each other, the enemy positions, where they want to plant this objective, and that they are executing and making sure that no one gets taken out unnecessarily.
So right now, Sal got a first blood here. So Gainesville's down 1 guy. They have to play very diligent. They have to play for a trade. They're looking for 1 kill here to make sure that they can even these teams back up and give them a better chance of replanting at this point.
Yeah. And look at this, bomb down right in the barn. They looked like they were trying to maybe fake A, go to B up, not quite sure, but bomb down kind of right in the middle. That doesn't look good, and that's the round 1. Crestwood takes it. It wasn't dominant, but it seemed like maybe Gainesville just didn't have a full plan ready to execute. As you can see, the bomb went down just in the barn, just kind of in the middle and almost in no man's land. So what would you say when you're heading into round 2? You didn't have the best round 1 if you're Gainesville, but now, you're on defense. How are you going to adjust?
Slow down. You're on defense. Let them come to you. Let them plant, or maybe not let them plant, but let them push the bomb sites, right? Have a couple good setups. Play to one site and rotate. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Nice little first blood there. By Merc, but yeah, play the bomb sites. Make them come to you. Play one site, in my opinion. Always target either A or B. Make sure that one of those sites is locked down in case a plant does come through. You can get an easy pick. But what we're going to see here is they did fake a plant over to A. See, Shooter had a good setup there on back tank. That's Sal getting another one on Sniper. That's 2 down. That's 3 down.
Sal is going off. All right.
That is 3 down, and Shooter's on his own here. They have no idea where Shooter is. He's got that on, to his advantage. If he can get 1, maybe check the bomb on B at this moment would be pretty
absolutely
handy.
So at this point, if you're Shooter, definitely expecting that rotate over to B. Just always want to be double checking that they're not indeed circling back to A, and also checking to see if there's someone flanking you. You're the last man back. There's no one here to watch your back, and he gets outgunned right on that cheeky heady, right by the willow tree. Man. So, you're back to attack. You had, 3 men go down. I got to point out, who's it, Saul? Mm-hmm. He's just going off.
Yeah,
he just went into that middle by P3 and just absolutely tore it up. So if you're Gainesville, what do you do to try to stop someone who's just running all over you?
Yeah, one thing I want to see here, and this is a strategy that a lot of professionals use, send 3 to 1 bomb site and send 1 to the other. The other guy, the solo player, the lone wolf, he's just your information giver. Don't have him shoot. Don't have him do anything but feed your team information. Those comms, like you said at the beginning of this map, those comms are crucial to winning in Search and Destroy. So have that lone wolf feed you information. Tell you there's 1 on B. Okay, there's 3 on A. They're rotating back to B. Have that information being fed to your team the whole time so you're not just lost and running around not knowing where they are.
And that might be what they're doing right here. As you can see, Bomb is just kind of sitting in barn as, they're waiting. Battlepants is kind of waiting for his team to call out some kind of information. Unfortunately, Rice Curry goes down, and Battlepants is the last one. He's just kind of post up in barn, try to bait maybe a kill or two. Saul is out. So that's been their Slayer for Search and Destroy for Crestwood so far. So there's a chance.
There's a 1v3 here. It's gonna be huge to see Battle Pants come up with something. Just barely misses his shots. One thing I want to point out there. You saw Curry shoot at a guy back by Willow Tree, or back by that back tower. Immediately when I think it was Merc on Crestwood saw that. Rice was moving all the way back towards point A.
Yeah.
He had that call out. Bello was there watching top bomb, took out Rice Curry, and that was it. The communication, guys. It's all about communication when it comes to Search and Destroy.
Absolutely. So you play this game, you're grinding this game. That means you know all the lanes, you know all the call outs, and then when you play together as a team, you know each of your teammates' responsibilities, what lanes they're going to take, what sight lines they're going to hold. How aggressive they're going to be. And, when you're watching this, we got a few different types of roles here. So we have Saul, who's playing an SMG. So what is kind of your role if you're the SMG?
Yeah, you're the guy that's up close and personal. You're the one that is running around like a jackrabbit, peeking corners and movement. It's all about movement with the SMG. Right up in your face, making sure that they're putting pressure on the other team. The other role that you were talking about is going to be your AR role. Your automaton is what we call it. So the MP40 is your SMG. The AR role is the automaton. That's what you're seeing here. Shooter is the AR role. These guys are going to hold a lot longer, lines of sight. They're going to hold that lane. They're going to sit back and make sure those SMGs are getting shredded as they're trying to cover their boys up top. If he peeks bomb here, he's got a good chance of making sure his teammate is covered. So that's his goal. Sal's the
Look
SMG.
at those angles that the teammates were holding while planting, making sure that your bomb carrier is covered. Shooter's got a good angle here.
All Damon sees him. Oh, he does?
Damon saw him
Wow.
and just absolutely lasers him. Man, from across the way. That is 4-0 in favor of Crestwood. Look at that. That is some steady shooting that you're seeing coming from Damon with that automaton.
Yeah, Crestwood's off to a hot start. I mean, this is going to be a really big feat for Gainesville to get back into. Search and Destroy is a hard one to grind back into mentally. You're down 4-0. You're like, man, I've got to win 5 just to get one round on them. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see how they handle this adversity. I think they're capable. They've been doing it all season. They've been doing really well. So I think they can do it. We'll just have to see what happens here.
Yeah, for context, these teams have met before. So they met actually in the Spring Major playoffs, where actually Gainesville took down Crestwood to advance to the finals of the Spring Major. Obviously, all teams qualified for the HSEL Nationals, but Crestwood is definitely looking to get some revenge on that match, and so far, they're meeting their objective. As you can see, we had some Crestwood players on the flank. Bello just checking the angles, making sure there's no one by that far tank. Right up by Road. Gets taken down. Damon still alive. Just playing life. Mount Sniper.
It's
See if he can make a play.
Sniper. Let's see what happens here. He's nading out bomb side over
Hit
to
marker.
A. He did get a hit marker. He knows there's a couple people there. Beautiful coverage. Beautiful coverage by Damon to cover his teammate. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. I think, was it Sal that was laying below him or Bella? One of those two was laying below Damon. Kind of took the bullets for him, but it paid off. He got the bomb defused, and it was a good retake.
You make the sacrifice for that dub.
You get the win.
You got to get the dub at the end of the day, and if you're sacrificing your body to do it, so be it. I was watching CDL actually, and that same play, it was a Paris and London, and actually Paris essentially did what you don't want to do when you're trying to defuse in that situation is instead of one person defusing, you both try to shoot the guy, and then you both die.
Yes, there's been notorious moments in the professional scene where people have stacked up and have lost a 3v1 just from stacking the point and stacking the bomb site trying to defend. So it looks like Battle Pass has a really good setup. He's going to be your information giver. Number 2, you're going to see him on the mini-map there. He's going to be your information giver. And the reason I say that is because he's sitting on bomb 2. He's got a nice angle. His teammate just relayed the information. Hey, it's going to be a B plant. So he's rotating back, trying to find another angle to protect his teammates and as well play his life. So Crestwood, they've got the upper hand here. It's a 3v2. Looks like they can plant wherever they want. Looks like they can do wherever they want. Battle Pants picking off Merc. That's a great play. He's got to get his gun reloaded, and Bella's going to take him down. It looks like that's going to be the map. Wow.
And the awareness on that to first, Battle Pants gets that kill, and then all of a sudden, there's the call out saying, hey, Battle Pants is in this tunnel. Boom, you got Battle Pants. And then to turn around and have the awareness, be like, there's probably someone coming from behind me. They're probably trying to pinch. And then immediately just slay it out. And we're going back to Tuscan for CDL hardpoint. Currently, Crestwood is up 2-0 on Gainesville. Again, they're looking to take that revenge against Gainesville for knocking them out into the 3rd place match during the Spring Major finals. But this is HSEL Nationals. This is for all the marbles. Every single marble from fall, from spring. It's been leading up to this. And so Crestwood is really looking to cement themselves as the number 1. And, I don't want to sound biased, but as a Michigan native, they're from Michigan. It's kind of cool to see that. Peyton, I know you used to cover the Southwest and deal with Texas a lot. So I'm not saying that I'm against you here. But, you can read the subtext of what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm telling you what, dude, I'm pulling for my Texas boys. Let's go, Gainesville. Let's see what happens here. I think they can do it. I think they can surprise some people here. So I think, personally, if your hands aren't sweating at this moment in time, they need to be, right? Like you said, this is for all the marbles. This is for everything. We're jumping back into Tuscan hardpoint. This is a chance to redeem yourself if you're Gainesville. And it looks like right now they are shooting straight, and they are taking this hardpoint to Crestwood the way it should be done.
Yeah, we got Battle Pants and Rice Curry doing some early game pop-offs. Battle Pants on a 2 streak. They're both 3-1. Rice Curry just dropped down to 3-2. But hopefully we see, especially Rice Curry, kind of pop off again, but keep that going throughout the whole game. Because you had game 1 popping off, had like a 2+ KD for the first half. And then when Crestwood started bringing it back, kind of slipped. So we're going to be looking to try to keep it consistent. Even if you don't have that same level of pop off, you don't want to slip just right at the end when it really counts.
Oh, that's 3 down. Merc going 3 big right there.
5 streak.
He's got a 5 streak going, but that's huge. One thing I really want to see Gainesville do, I want to see them rotate earlier. That's all, right? If it's 15 seconds on the point, wait till that 10-second mark and get out of there. Don't try to fight for that 1 or 2 seconds. It's going to hurt you in the long run, and we're seeing it punish them right now. Even though they got a break on the point, which was great. 2 down from Crestwood earlier, but yeah, they got a break on the point. They're already back in. As you can see, Crestwood's already thinking about the rotation. Look, and they're still fighting for that hard point time on P2.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's okay to give up, a few points if it means that you're going to get 10 more when the next rotation comes around. Now we're over to Fountain on P3. Rice Curry almost gets the double, just gets taken out a little too quick, a little too late on that turnaround. And then we got 3 Crestwood players stacking up on that left flank of Fountain, ready to just charge in there.
Yeah, and there's 42 seconds still left on the point, so this is going to be huge. This is a money hill. If you can break into this point and hold it down, you're going to get a lot of points. Crestwood recognized that. That's why they got an organized push together. They pushed from the backside, and now you can see they have a good break in the hill.
Absolutely. So we're sitting at 57-48. 20 seconds left on this hard point. We're going to be heading over to Church next. That's P4. Bella was on a 5 streak. And right now, the KDs are pretty even all around. Damon is kind of cementing himself as that pop-off player currently for the round. But again, here we go. We have Saul starting that rotation. Gainesville is already set up there. I don't know if Saul was expecting that. Rice Curry is that one man that you want, making sure that Crestwood can't get to that point. Let's see if he can keep that up. Battle Pants, nice little pre-fire through that through that, I don't know what you call it,
The hole in the wall,
the hole in the
guess.
wall, yeah, whatever you want to call that.
Too many things breaking in these maps. Too many things that break. I don't like it. No, but that's one thing we did see from Gainesville. If I'm Gainesville, I'm telling Rice Curry, go slay. Get in front of the point. Stop Crestwood from getting close to us. We're getting to the point here where they need to win the rotation and they need to hold some time. And with Rice Curry up front leading that charge, I think they can do that. I think they can gain a lot of time here. But already, Crestwood's breaking through the point. I want them to start focusing on 2 men on point, push all the way through, 2 men to start that first line of defense, just to help them out a little bit.
Yeah, it seems like Gainesville just doesn't expect some of the Crestwood players to be in the positions that they are. As you can see, I think it was Saul. Someone just ran right by him, not even checking that corner. But, if you're Gainesville, it seems like they're just kind of desperate to get a point.
Correct.
A point.
Correct.
And just a few ticks rather than play a little bit, more patiently, wait for the team to come on, check your angles, and then, get a nice 15, 20 ticks on that hard point, when you can wipe out the whole team.
This is a really, really good push from Gainesville. They should get some time here. If they can make this kill, he can't bring it together. That leaves it up to Pants. To figure this out.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. Right there, you had Crestwood on the stairs, right outside the hard point, not rushing in, knowing that Rice Curry, he's holding the same angle again, but knowing that there's probably a player outside that window looking into pillar.
And I want to point out, there's a pretty significant difference in your KDs from each team. It looks like everyone from Crestwood is going significantly positive. It looks like there's a couple people from Gainesville that are kind of leading the charge, and 2 that need to step it up just a little bit. I know those are their time grabbers. Obviously, you can see that within the time, but those time grabbers do need to come up with some kills here to help their team, just help them out. And it looks like Mountain Sniper's leading that charge right now. If he can get 3 here, he goes down to Damon, and this is going to set up a really, really nice push for Crestwood here.
Absolutely. And I would say, don't change your strategy because, for Gainesville, you have that one person who you want to be. Like we said, it was Rice Curry that we were pointing out earlier, rotating around, just being a nuisance. If you want to really, put some paranoia into Crestwood, send 2. Just make sure that you are annoying them. You are bothering them. You are making sure that they're checking every corner and they're paranoid, so they cannot be comfortable making their way to the point like you just saw. Every time Gainesville seems like they have a good setup, Crestwood just does it better.
Yeah, it looks like Crestwood's just breaking through that first initial line of defense, and that's what's setting up a nice full-fledged push over to the next point. As we're rotating here to Courtyard, it looks like we're rotating out of Courtyard. My apologies. We're going to rotate out of Courtyard, going over to Pillar. This one's a pretty easy point to break. There's too many lines of sight coming in from too many different elevations. Going big right now is Gainesville. They got 3 down on Crestwood. They can get some time here. Can Mountain Sniper make a push he cannot. It looks like Sal's going to take him out, but Rice Curry's going to go big and get
with
2.
A nice double. Beautiful and good patience with pull back. Knew that third player was coming around. Didn't get greedy for that kill. Just pulled back, played life, and they had a good set of ticks on that hard point.
And Crestwood has the favorable spawn right now too. Bello's going through on the flank, making sure people don't know where he's at. And guess what? Another break. It looks like Crestwood is they've just got the organization. And
check this out. Bello has the most time on the point, but as you saw there, didn't need to be on the point.
Yeah.
Said, hey, this isn't my role right now to just sit on this point. I have a good angle on these Gainesville players rotating in.
4 down from Crestwood to Gainesville. Not good on going into a money hill, David. Not good.
Yeah, we're sitting over at Fountain, and Gainesville, they're trying to get in here. They're kind of all over, each taking their own separate lane. Seemed to work.
Break worked right there. Yeah, they got right through. That is a good push. They at least went all together. Even though they were on their same lane, they went all together. Mount Shooter right now at the bottom of your screen, number 4, picked up a huge kill onto Damon. That's going to be massive. That covers the flank. That gives their boys time on the point. If one person goes down for Gainesville, they need to think about rotating back to point. As you can see, number 2 and 4 at your bottom of your mini map. It looks like that's going to be Battle Pants and Shooter are already rotating to that next point. That is huge. I love seeing that right off the bat. You can't go down, though. Yeah. You can't go down.
Look at the wide rotation from Battle Pants, too, going all the way through spawn, making sure that they secure that spawn right behind Church so they can, whenever they get picked off, they can just barrel their way back in. You still want to be patient. There's still time. But as Crestwood gets to that 200 tick mark, you do need to play with a little bit more sense of urgency. Meanwhile, Crestwood can just kind of, get as many ticks as they can. Play their life if they feel like they're about to lose it. They don't need to push too hard. As you can see, they've been pushing together. And as soon as they get a pick, they're calling out to their teammates saying, hey, we got one down. We have the numbers. Let's barrel in there.
And they're bringing this thing within 5. It looks like we might see a lead change for the first time in this game right now. Oh, it's 97 to 99. Here it comes. And there we go. There's the lead. Oh, my gosh. They stopped right at 200
points. And they came in
points.
from both sides.
Beautiful
what communication.
Push. Beautiful push. Yeah, I love seeing that. Pushing back through archways now, going over to pillars. If they can win this point, this is a tough one. If they can win this point going up to maps, we are going to see a really, really big push from Gainesville. But they've got to win these gunfights right here. And it looks like they're going to do that.
Absolutely. And it was a 1v2 on this new point. Rice Curry looking in, trying to contest. And we got Gainesville just surrounding. And they're on the point.
Perfect push. They got to watch the flank, though. They do not see Merck in this position. They got to watch this flank. But that was a perfect push from Gainesville. I mean, that was the first time we saw a real good organized push to break into the hill, get 4 down, call it good, get some time on the board.
Absolutely. Great lead change. Beautiful gunfight. They keep the ticks going. Beautifully placed trophy system, watching that flank. But Crestwood, again, kind of out of nowhere. It seems like as soon as Gainesville, from our perspective, seems to have a comfortable position on the hardpoint, there's someone from Crestwood just contesting, winning the gunfight, as you see Merck do just here. And then, it's only 3 ticks left on this specific hardpoint before we have to rotate. But it matters.
And right now, every gunfight counts for Gainesville. This right here is what's going to win them the game. If they can win their gunfights on this point, because it's a very open point, they will get this. They will get all the time they want on this hill. They won't allow any breaks, and they will be just fine. I know that sounds very stereotypical, very cliche, but they've got to win their one-on-ones right here, right now. Get a good setup, hold some time.
And there's Merck just one by one, just absolutely picking them off. He knows there's another one holding the angle, and he gets the pick. And,
wow.
Look at this. So, Merck just absolutely picked off, going insane. Damon, look at this. 36 and 23
He's gone
with
huge.
over a minute on the point as well.
And I want to point out, Mount Sniper and Rice Curry are both above 30 in this game. I mean, that's great. Those are great numbers. Those are gunfights that they've needed all game long. They've needed 2 guys to step up. I think Gainesville's going to take it here. I'm really, really excited to see this, but I think Gainesville's going to take this one. It's 5 seconds left.
Oh, they dropped it at 2:45. Crestwood's got the point. Can Gainesville bring it back?
Right here, you got to see one good organized push. You've got one left. They've got to make this one count. 46, 47. I mean, the top.
Still on it. Gainesville's trying to run, and that's
on the
2
flank.
down, 3 down, and Crestwood is gonna. Are they gonna get this tick? And
they're gonna take it.
Game
wow.
3.
What a game!
What
wow.
a retake. And again, that's what you saw. So right there, Crestwood's putting on the pressure at that point by pillar, and Gainesville's just running in. They're desperate. They're not coordinating because you get that one player picked off who's right on the point. They need to call out, hey, there's someone up at radio. They're up top. They have the angle on us. But a Gainesville player just runs right by them. So, heading into search in Berlin, what do we need to see from Gainesville? This is a completely different mode. Hardpoint, it's crazy. You're always trying to move around. Mm-hmm. This is the opportunity to take a breath. It's still sweaty, search and destroy, but this is the opportunity to maybe slow down a little bit.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, Gainesville needs this one. Gainesville, they have to have this one. They don't really have a choice. So, going into this map, going into Berlin, it is a map that has a ton of different angles, a ton of different elevations, a ton of different things where you can get some cheeky kills if you have a good setup on either bomb point. Right now, we're going to see Gainesville on the attack. And what I want to see from Gainesville is set up towards one bomb and get a guy relaying information. As you can see, number 3, Rice Curry is going to be that information giver, but he is in a really tough spot right now. If Rice Curry can get some information over to his team, letting them know, hey, go ahead and plant on A. We can really get a good strategy. We can see what Gainesville's going to do with it.
Yeah, right now Gainesville has numbers on A, but I don't know if they quite realize that yet because they haven't really taken the opportunity to pick off. And then now you have Crestwood. They're just choking in, as you can see from your mini-map from both sides. It seems like Gainesville might have had an opportunity to get kind of an early plant on A, and they just didn't take it. And now it's Battle Pants, again, as we saw earlier on the previous Search and Destroy, alone with the bomb.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to see from Gainesville there, they saw Rice Curry go down. They saw their information giver go down. Get one kill. Get one kill, even up the numbers of your team,
Absolutely.
And then regroup. Regroup,
Absolutely.
Get back together, find a different way, find a different strategy, maybe rotate to the other bomb. They know you're planting on A. Why not switch to B? Go switch it up on them. Don't make it so easy. Don't just sit and wait. But make sure your information giver does get traded out. You've got to get a trade off that kill.
Yeah, so here we are, Game 4. Crestwood up 3-0 in the series. They're on match point in the grand finals for Nationals. And they have just taken the first round of Search and Destroy. So, if you're Gainesville, you're sweating. You know you have a big mountain to climb, and losing that first round doesn't make it any easier. But, in that last hardpoint, we did see signs of life. Oh, but Saul gets the beautiful push in to plant on B, and that's what I'm saying. They get
3
that
down,
pick.
just like that.
3 down. Rice Curry had a good start to the match, but has kind of simmered off in the past few rounds.
Not an ideal grenade.
Mistake on the flashbang that kind of gave away the location. Hey, you pick your head up, 0-2. These rounds go by quick. This is not the end of the world. Call of Duty is a fast-paced game. Just a difference of half a second can be what you need to totally turn things around in a game like Call of Duty.
100%. One thing I'm not seeing, and I don't know if this has just been a POV situation, but one thing I haven't seen quite yet is no one's running a sniper. This is a prime map to get one or two picks, one or two kills with a sniper. Find a lane, hunker down that lane, get yourself an easy kill, rotate back to your team to help support. That's one thing I'd really like to see, and maybe Gainesville's got to change it up, right? It's been a rough road so far. It's not going to hurt you, and it looks like Sal's going huge right now for his team. 7-0, hasn't died one time, and is got a 2-piece directly on bomb.
And was it Sal that went 7-0 last round, or was that a different player? Because if it was Sal, that's insane. But if it was a different player, that's also insane. Because that means you have 2 different people who go deathless in Search and Destroy.
And we are potentially seeing a 3v1 here. If Rice Curry can pull this off against their best player, against Crestwood's best player, Sal, that's going to be a huge feat, and it's going to be a huge round win for their team. They really, really need this one. Sal, coming around backside of staircase there over to bomb A.
Yep, recognizes bomb and immediately knows the rotation.
He didn't have to push bomb there, and he made that decision. He
Absolutely.
saw it. He saw, okay, I've got to cover this lane, and then he made this smart move to cover his back. I mean, that was an absolutely beautiful play, big brain play by Sal, and that's why the man's 8-0. I mean, absolutely awesome.
And if you're Rice Curry, you have utility. That's another thing that I haven't seen quite yet is use of that utility in those clutch moments.
Get yourself some information. I agree.
Absolutely. Because even if, you don't get the kill with the grenade, you don't, completely stun your opponent, you still get that hit marker on your screen. So that means they're in that area, and you can, here we go. Here comes the glide bomb right onto B.
Fun fact for you, David. There used to be in the game, before they patched it, that a glide bomb would go right through shed roof.
No.
Does not matter if you're sitting in shed.
No.
Does not matter if you're inside. There was a point in time where the glide bomb went right through the shed roof. So we'll see what Battle Pants
Well, I
can
can
do.
guarantee they were happy they patched that.
Yes. I think every player was happy that they patched that one. Looks like Damon and Sniper in a nice little 1v1 on the backside of docks here. On the outside of shed. This is a super open lane. Mount Sniper's really got to be careful.
Wouldn't it be fitting if my man here had a sniper?
Yes, it would be. And it would be a lot easier to get a shot.
But you get that great angle on docks that is such a long and open sight line. I mean, like you said, have a sniper. Change it up a little bit. It forces Crestwood to adjust.
Yeah, and I'm kind of curious if MT Sniper and MT Shooter are related. I've been thinking about this now for the last 3 rounds. It looks like Bravo got a win off that one. So That's amazing. That's amazing. Crestwood's playing out of their minds right now. They're playing very, very well. They're playing good hard point, pushing together, regrouping, making a strategy on the fly. Absolutely great.
Almost 1,000 damage. 10-0.
10-0. The guy's amazing. He's unstoppable. Unstoppable. They gotta shut down Sal. I mean, that's the answer.
Everybody else is 2-2 for Crestwood, and Saul's like, hey, don't worry, guys. I got this.
Yeah, he's going to take charge. He's going to take the lead for this team. Like he must be the search and destroy specialist. I think every team has one, and that might be Sal's role, and he's playing it up.
See, generally,
awesome.
You kind of run in duos. You got, let's say Mount Sniper, Mount Shooter. They're the duo for the team. They're like, hey, we always queue together. Saul's like, nah, I'm not a duo. I solo queue.
I'm a solo queue champion. This is what I do. Oh, here we go. He's hurt. I wonder if Rice Creek can get something on him here. No, he can't.
And Saul got bombed, too. If you have the bomb, you cannot play that recklessly. But Saul recognizes it and does what he needs to do.
Yeah, he slows down. Saw that the bomb is now dropped and forces Mount Shooter to go play the bomb. That means Mount Shooter's got to get 3 kills. He's got to get 3 kills. There is no planting the bomb in this game. He's got to get 3 kills in 30 seconds. He's in a really tough spot.
And even if he wanted to get the bomb, it is in a weird spot.
Right in the middle of the map. Too many angles. Rice Curry right there should have played a little. I agree with you. Should have played a little less recklessly. Play a bomb site.
Beautiful pick from Shooter.
Oh, great shots. And that's going to do it. That's going to be round 5 or round 4. I believe it's round 4. But
that takes it up. We are on round point for match point
for the championship.
For all the marbles, beans, chickpeas,
chips,
the chips, all of it,
every bit of it, the whole slice of pie, the whole pie,
whether it's pizza, deep dish. They're from Michigan,
cherry.
So they eat Detroit style.
Whatever it is,
all of that. I can confirm that Detroit style pizza is a thing. If you are curious, just go look it up.
Long story short, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into it right here, right now. This is it. Gainesville's got to come up with a win.
Beautiful
and this is
pick
not
by
a good
Damon.
start. Not a good start for Gainesville. Damon's, right there off shed, right there on bomb. They've got to plant. They've got to make something happen here. That's 2 down for Gainesville. 3 down for Gainesville. This is it, guys.
It's all up to Mount
This is
Shooter.
it right here. Can he pull off the unthinkable and win a 4v1 here? Can he do it? And defuse bomb? Is this even possible? Let's see.
When he just missed Saul, and I just want to point out
COD timing.
Technically, Crestwood, I would say they kind of lost because Saul, now has a death to his name.
Yes.
So couldn't pull off that deathless round. But as you can see, working their way in between. Oh, he's got to pick on one. That's all you need to get the heat going.
There's the call
and
out.
Saul
And
is too good. And it, of course, who else but Saul gets the final pick. And now Crestwood is your HSEL Nationals Call of Duty Vanguard champions.
I mean, I'm speechless. Saul had literally the performance of Saul. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry, but Sal, you had the performance of your life in the final game.
2.17 KD.
Phenomenal.
How do you stop
absolutely
that?
Phenomenal. I can just tell you throughout this entire map, 1, it's been a pleasure casting, but 2, Crestwood has shown their dominance in this tournament. I mean, they have shown absolute dominance, and now the stage is set. They've got a target on their back for next season.
Absolutely.
They've got to live up to the national champ hype every single year now, and I'm looking forward to maybe casting this again. That was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Yeah, so again, I've been David. I'm with Peyton. It's been a pleasure casting. We hope you enjoyed the match. Crestwood Chargers takes down Gainesville High School to be your Call of Duty national champions. Man, they swept their way through this nationals bracket, and they did not slow down for even a second.
And guys, that's going to be it for us. We're going to sign off here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you guys are watching this, really, really appreciate all your support, all your help. Go to Generation Esports. Check us out. Look at our websites. Look at the leagues we run. Get involved in our communities. We're really looking forward to working with you guys in the scholastic space and the public space. Thank you all so much. Sayonara from Peyton. Sayonara from David. You guys have a great day.